Welcome to Mindful Moments. Nourish your mind on the go. This audio uses AI narration to present our original book analysis. Today, we're going to be diving into Abby Jimenez's Life's Too Short. It's a romance between a cynical workaholic lawyer and a free-spirited travel vlogger who is facing a life-altering diagnosis. What really intrigued me about this premise was the clash of their worldviews. How do they complement each other? And how does their relationship evolve against such a backdrop?
Well, the setup itself is interesting. Vanessa, the vlogger, is dedicated to, living life to the fullest while carrying the weight of a family history of ALS.
And their first meeting is anything but conventional. Picture this. Vanessa's in pajamas, covered in baby vomit, desperately needing a shower, but with a screaming baby who refuses to be put down.
It's complete chaos. Then enters Adrian, the seemingly serious lawyer who unexpectedly steps in to help, revealing a compassionate side. It challenges our initial perceptions of both characters.
This is where Jimenez's skill really shines. Vanessa, despite her potential diagnosis, chooses joy in the smallest things and encourages Adrian to do the same. It's a philosophy that permeates the entire story. In one poignant scene, she confides in Adrian, admitting that being with him is the only time she feels grounded.
The power of connection, especially in the face of uncertainty, is a central theme throughout the novel. Jimenez reminds us that those moments of stillness and connection can be incredibly impactful, even when life feels overwhelming.
And she doesn't shy away from the humor found in everyday life. Vanessa's chaotic family dynamics had me laughing out loud, as did the running gag about her love for Carmex, and her attempts to liven up Adrian's stark apartment are absolutely endearing.
That balance between lighthearted humor and emotional depth is what makes Life's Too Short so compelling. One minute you're laughing, the next you're deeply moved by the character's vulnerability.
As their connection deepens, Vanessa's zest for life starts to rub off on Adrian. He loosens up, and their differences, instead of pushing them apart, draw them closer.
Vanessa's selflessness is another striking aspect of her character. She prioritizes her niece's well-being, making difficult choices about her own future and her relationship with Adrian. It raises thought-provoking questions about family and responsibility.
A dramatic incident later in the story throws Vanessa's life into further turmoil, testing her resilience and the strength of her bond with Adrian. It made me wonder how much one person can handle.
Jimenez doesn't shy away from the complexities and challenges life throws our way. She tackles themes of addiction and family struggles with sensitivity and a touch of humor that prevents the story from becoming too heavy.
It's like she's saying life is a mix of light and shadow, and it's up to us to find a way to navigate both. Now, without spoiling anything, can we talk about the growth and transformation both Vanessa and Adrian undergo?
Their journeys are remarkable. They start in one place and end up somewhere completely different. The reader gets to witness their self-discovery, how they learn from each other, challenge each other, and ultimately evolve into better versions of themselves because of their relationship.
And their individual growth impacts the trajectory of their relationship. The question of whether their love can survive the challenges they face becomes a driving force in the narrative.
One of the aspects I found most intriguing was how Vanessa's fear of flying, a seemingly simple phobia, becomes a metaphor for the larger fears they both grapple with: commitment, vulnerability, and the potential for loss. It's a brilliant way to weave a physical fear into, a larger exploration of emotional anxieties. They both have to confront their own internal barriers to, move forward, both individually and as a couple.
That fear of flying becomes a symbol of their willingness to take a leap of faith, not just in their relationship, but also in life. It's about embracing uncertainty and trusting that they can navigate whatever comes their way.
And it's not about, conquering the fear entirely, but learning to manage it and finding the courage to keep moving forward even when it feels daunting.
Jimenez also delves into the complexities of family dynamics through Vanessa's relationship with her niece, Annabelle. Vanessa's decision to prioritize Annabelle's well-being, even if it means sacrificing her own happiness, raises questions about the choices we make for those we love.
It highlights the sacrifices we're willing to make for family and the sometimes difficult balance between personal fulfillment and familial responsibilities. It's a theme that many readers will find relatable.
And Jimenez doesn't shy away from portraying the messy realities of family life. Vanessa's family is far from perfect, with their own struggles and conflicts. But underneath it all, there's a strong undercurrent of love and loyalty.
It's a reminder that family isn't about perfection, but about acceptance, forgiveness, and support. Through Vanessa's family, Jimenez shows us that even in dysfunction, there can be profound love and resilience.
One of the turning points in the story is the incident with Annabelle and the stolen car. It forces Vanessa to confront some difficult truths about her family and the lengths she's willing to go to protect them.
That incident serves as a catalyst for growth, both for Vanessa and for her relationship with Adrian. He steps up in a way that surprises even Vanessa, demonstrating a depth of compassion and loyalty that deepens their connection.
It's a beautiful example of how challenges can bring people closer together and reveal their true character. We see Adrian's evolution from a reserved workaholic to someone who's willing to fight for the people he cares about.
And Vanessa, despite her tendency to deflect and make light of situations, allows herself to be vulnerable and accept Adrian's support. It's a turning point in their relationship where they both learn to rely on each other and face their fears together.
Even with all the drama and emotional turmoil, Jimenez never loses sight of the humor that's woven throughout the story. Vanessa's quick wit and ability to find humor even in the most challenging situations provide a much-needed lightness to the narrative.
Her humor isn't just about making us laugh, it's also a coping mechanism, a way for her to deal with the anxieties and uncertainties she faces. It speaks to her resilience and her determination to find joy even in the darkest of times.
And it's that blend of humor and heart that makes Life's Too Short such an engaging and ultimately uplifting read. It reminds us that even in the face of adversity, we can choose hope, laughter, and love.
Jimenez's writing style is also incredibly engaging. She seamlessly blends humor and heart, creating characters that feel real and relatable. You find yourself rooting for them, laughing with them, and crying with them as they navigate the complexities of life and love.
Speaking of relatable characters, Vanessa's love for Carmex is something I think many readers will connect with. It's a small detail, but it speaks volumes about her character and her approach to life.
It represents her practicality, her ability to find comfort in the familiar, and her quirky sense of humor. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest things can bring us joy.
It's interesting how that simple detail with the Carmex speaks to a bigger theme.
Oh, absolutely.
About finding these small comforts.
Yeah, these little rituals and routines that get us through.
Exactly. And it's a good reminder that self-care can be about those small things.
Right.
Not always these big gestures.
Now, moving on a bit, one thing that really struck me was how grief and loss are explored.
Yeah.
Jimenez does it so well.
And it's not just, Vanessa's diagnosis.
Yeah.
It's the losses they've both had.
Definitely.
And how those things have shaped who they are.
It makes them closer,
Right.
They understand each other on a deeper level because they've both been hurt.
And it shows how powerful it can be to be open about those things in a relationship.
To let someone really see you.
Exactly. And Jimenez doesn't pretend grief is simple.
Oh, not at all.
It comes out in all these different ways.
Like with Vanessa's fear of flying.
Right. It's more than just the fear.
It's about losing control, about losing people she loves.
And it's by facing that fear that she starts to heal.
And Adrian is so important in that.
He really is.
He doesn't try to fix her, just, is there for her.
He's that steady presence.
Exactly. Helps her through it.
And he faces his own fears, too, in the process.
Oh, for sure.
They show how powerful love can be.
Finding someone who gets you, walks with you through the tough stuff.
No, I won't spoil the ending, but Jimenez wraps it up really well.
It feels right for them.
Gives you hope.
Yeah.
Makes you think even after heartbreak, there's still healing.
Definitely.
It shows you have choices, even when things are tough.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best thing is to let go.
Life's Too Short is a story about a lot. Love, loss, family, and how strong people can be.
It reminds you to enjoy each day, the little things, and the people who matter.
If you haven't read it, we highly recommend it.
You can find a link in the episode description to buy a copy.
And don't forget to subscribe to Mindful Moments
For more deep dives into great stories like this one.
Until next time, keep nourishing your mind on the go.